Welcome to Tech Fever, Play Everything's weekly tech podcast where we talk about all the tech news of the week, everything from home theater to smart home to AI and robots and everything in between. Alongside me, as always, today is the lovely Kevin Coello laughing in the corner.
I got a lot of shit to talk about, you know what I mean?
Wait, why were you laughing? I thought I was messing up.
No, I just did a weird smile. Like I did half my face, then the other half, then a full smile. And there's a weird delay that I guess I've never fucking noticed. There must be something wrong with your computer.
It might be.
I've never seen a delay.
You look fine now. I mean, I did see that. No, anyway.
It does. It's just one of those things that like seeing my myself just maybe like a quarter of a second, maybe half a second behind is just very odd.
It is. I don't like any kind of audio delay or video delay. It makes you very uncomfortable.
Well, nobody wants desynchronization.
No. This is number one rule. If you want to get a question read on the podcast, send it to TechFeverPodcast@gmail.com. I mean, we just talk about... I don't know where I was going with that. It's been a while since we did the show. We missed last week, and we're late this week.
Sure. Was that my fault? Did I fuck it up?
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, I did. You hit me up, and I was like, oh, whoops, I can't do it.
Yeah. And late this week, because I was like, oh, yeah, CES is going on, but I got my dates mixed up. So it's like we don't even have, like, hard CES news to talk about.
Yeah. It's next week, right?
The 11th. So tomorrow's the 9th? Anyway.
Sunday?
So
Monday. So yeah, next week's Tech Fever, maybe it's going to be late too, so we get all the CES news.
Who knows?
We'll see. No, but I feel like CES, usually Wednesday is the last day, and then they just do open to for people to walk around the floors, right?
Yeah.
Not that any of that's happening.
Most of the stuff's right in the beginning. You get all the good stuff in the beginning. And
do you ever watch the presentations? When they're live?
Last year I did for the show because this is what we launched the show on was CES.
We've been doing this for a year?
Yeah, 1 year. Coming up on the 1 year.
How many episodes have we done?
Not 1 year's worth, but...
Well, 1 year's worth would be 52.
Yeah. No,
but we respect the good holidays.
I think we're on 30-something or 40.
That's not bad.
No, not at all. I'm super stoked. You know? Yeah, 36. This is 37.
40 would be better. 37?
No.
Clerks? You ever watch the movie Clerks?
Quirks?
Clerks.
No.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
The movie Clerks? You've never seen Clerks? Kevin Smith classic?
No.
You'd like it.
No, I wouldn't.
You don't know that.
No, I've definitely played with the idea of trying to watch it because again, everybody kind of funny, so fond of it.
That's not true. The Kevin Smith interview did not do well.
No, I'm not. But
you mean Greg?
Yeah.
God. It's like when your parents oh, yeah, X-Men costume, and it's like, Mom, that's Wolverine. He's Wolverine. X-Men is the team that he's in. Greg Miller's our Wolverine, is what I'm saying.
Greg Miller. Yeah, that's what I meant. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sure. He's also blessing now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
New face of video games.
The next Greg, the next Wolverine.
Remember when you were little, Greg?
No, don't. Oh, because we all look the same. We're fat, we're white, and we have glasses.
That's something. All right.
What? Why do you have to make that awkward?
It's because I can. It's
I know.
funny.
You're the number one it infuriates me as well because you're so good at making something awkward that's just not.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
That right there. You're doing it right now.
What do you mean? You're calling me out on some shit that I didn't even do.
No, never mind. Anyway, Kevin, you actually had some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So, you've been playing with the 3080, correct?
I have been playing with the 3080.
One of us actually got our hands on it.
All kinds of boxes everywhere. Here it is.
And the one game you were saying that you jumped into was the Flight Simulator.
So here's the thing. I don't play video games on my PC. That's not what it's for, right? It's for doing taxes and making my job work. But I really like VR. I really like flight simulators. I like that kind of stuff. I'm trying to get my hands someday on the Hortas, the big flying stuff. But I haven't been able to. But I did download Flight Simulator 1.
Sorry, are there pedals on a plane? Why'd you do this?
Yeah, there's pedals on a plane.
No.
Did you not know that?
No, I thought it was a lever. I thought it was like a...
No. The lever controls how hard the engines are going. The lever controls the little guy in the back. The little guy in the back.
Little wing.
So left and right. Left and right. And maybe the flaperons, the little guys on the side that go up and down. So yeah, the pedals, you need the pedals to steer while flying.
To steer?
Yeah, the plane.
I don't understand planes. I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Well, I don't know what the right word to fly a plane, I guess is the right word.
I thought it was one stick just for the entire control.
First of all, just for a second, if you just remember that a lot of planes that you're thinking of, they have the joystick kind of thing, but they also have a lever on the side that you push that'll make the engine go stronger or softer,
Go and slow down.
Yeah, and then you got a little joystick, and that'll make you go like this.
No, that's
right?
helicopters. Joysticks are helicopters.
I don't think so. I think like fighter jets have like joysticks.
No, they have the lever.
Let's Google it.
They have the.
The lever is part of it. I want to just be clear. The lever is always there. Anyways, I want to someday be able to play that. But I used to have a 2080 Super. This guy right here. See?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
That's the one.
Covered in dust. Oh. And it worked great. But I ran Flight Simulator on it and set everything on Ultra, and then it just 100%ed the GPU on Task Manager. So, and it was like super choppy and wouldn't work. So realized that was something wrong. So then I put everything down to medium and it ran smoothly enough. But yesterday when I set up the 3080, I ran it with Flight Simulator and set everything to Ultra, and it ran. I want to say it only like maybe took 40% of the GPU processing power. So like you can tell it's a big jump.
Yeah. No, and that's what I'm curious about it. You don't do any anything extra on your PC though, right? Like video, you don't handle the video editing or anything.
No, I don't. But I do handle. I don't know how much it's gonna help with the. Yeah. Okay. Is that a fighter jet? Is that a fucking fighter jet?
I'm just saying, there's no joystick. I mean, for the missiles, for the shooting, there's a joystick in the fighter jets.
No, that's not what it's for.
Yeah.
Oh, so you see the pedals on the floor, right?
There's not pedals on the floor.
There's pedals on the floor. Yeah, right there, the gray things. So there's metal things, and right above that, there's gray things.
I don't think.
Yeah, to the left of that.
Those are footrests.
Oh my God, there's definitely pedals. There's pedals on planes, man. Now look up fighter jet.
But you see that lever right there?
No, the lever's there. We all agree the lever's. Guess what?
There's a couple.
The steering wheel. Hold on. The steering wheel does this. Are you watching? But it also does this.
So that's like the
Isn't
joystick.
that fucking wild? No, there's a joystick on fighter jets.
No, what's
right?
And look, there's another lever right here. I don't know what that one does.
You don't ever pull that. That's a bad one. You pull that one when it dies.
Is that what that? Seems kind of obtrusive. If that's the one.
Because remember, think about it. All the times you see movies, they've got their the crazy suits on, and they're always doing this, like two hands together pulling up, because it's the joystick. Because they're trying to go backwards really fast.
I mean,
anyways, Flight Simulator ran a lot faster. I've had less. The numbers haven't been as awesome for streaming. Now, I am pushing the limits on what any computer can do as far as streaming goes. Let me give you a little rundown of how we stream now.
Yes. Did we talk about this on the show before?
I don't know.
No, I
It's
think it was an
different than
off-show thing.
what we would have talked about it on the show. Because the complexities of it are ridiculous. Essentially, we now use Slobs, the Streamlabs OBS,
Yeah.
because there's a bunch of like overlay add-ons that are incorporated into it that are really easy to take advantage of. So we run that. We have a Discord call where we're capturing that the 4 monitors or however many screens it is for the people that are on. And then on my right side, I use a program called vMix to receive the SRT streaming that I have talked about in previous episodes, which is just somebody's OBS feed of their gameplay with audio sent over directly to me, super low latency. And I can pump that out through vMix as an external output. You can do up to 2 external outputs as far as I can tell now. And send that over to Streamlabs OBS. But then you have the issue of the guys can't see it if I share that monitor with them, right? To the Discord call.
Yeah.
So what I do is I open up vanilla OBS, just the regular OBS, and I can pipe the vMix feed into that, just the vMix feed. And then I can send that to them. So they see that as my shared screen.
The absolute max of what you can do in terms of streaming.
And I have Wavelink now opened up, and instead of sending them just my audio feed, I send them the monitor mix feed that has my audio plus the gameplay so that they can see and hear whatever the gameplay is. It is such a fun, complicated issue. Because sometimes we're doing games where, like, they were doing, Bloodborne. And only one person's playing Bloodborne, but everyone wants to see what's going on so they can comment and shit. And it's just, we figured it out. We're pushing limits on the computer for sure.
Is it a super delay when you share it back, the gameplay?
No, that's the thing. It's not at all. That's why this is weird. It's like a tiny, tiny delay.
That's impressive.
When you use the SRT streaming, it's like we add a 200 millisecond delay.
Yeah.
But like nobody notices that. And it really helps me out because essentially what'll happen is Snowbike Mike will like, we're playing Call of Duty or something and he'll be like shooting something, but I'm on Andy's screen and I'll hear his reaction to the fight and I'll switch over and I have like 2 seconds to get there before whatever he was reacting to happens. So people, like, if you pay a lot of attention, you'll notice that, like, sometimes they'll be like, oh, that guy's dead. And then on the screen, he'll die, like, 2 seconds later. But it's not even 2 seconds. It's less than that. But
yeah.
it works, yeah. It's 200. So it's 0.5.
Allows you to capture everything.
1/5 of a second? But that's enough time for me to switch it.
Yeah.
200 milliseconds, 1/5 of a second, yeah. So I have 1/5 of a second to react and get there before it.
That's all Big Kev needs.
Yeah, that's it. So let me send you this picture of a fighter jet.
No, I got one right here.
Oh, let me see it.
I had one. Hold on, give me a second.
If you show me, I just sent it to you.
Right here.
Yeah, the joystick's on the right.
There's no joystick right there. That's
the left.
Yeah, that's not joystick though. That's like the
open
lever.
the picture.
Look,
Open up.
You can see that it's a mechanical.
Open up the picture I sent you. Open up the picture I sent you.
All right.
Because this guy in this picture, and I believe this. Yeah, F-16. You've heard it. Rap songs are made with them in it. Nope, that was the intro.
Oh my gosh.
Look at your face.
Dude,
You're freaking out.
I need another. What do you mean the intro?
Don't worry about it. Did you see the picture I sent you?
You just said, oh, that was the intro.
No. That's not what I was talking about. Open the picture.
I'm doing it. Give me a second.
He's so slow, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not even done telling you all the stuff that I'm playing with. Anyway, so the 3080's performance with the insane load that I'm putting it under. What is this?
That's what you sent me.
That's not what I said. I sent you a picture.
You sent me a video.
Oh, is it a video? It's the thumbnail for that.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, no, it is impressive what you guys are doing on the streaming side. And
yeah, it's great.
The fact that it's
but,
all from home as well as extremely.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, I sent you another picture without the person in it. So, so the interesting thing is the 2080 Super, the numbers while I'm doing all this madness, and actually I guess are pretty similar to the 3080. And I want to do a little bit of research, make sure I'm like not doing anything wrong. But also the 3080 is, I feel like, primarily made for gaming, not so much this kind of video production or live video stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're like like today we maxed out the card, and we were doing a lot. But I think that we hit 90-ish% GPU utilization. But we were doing a lot. And at no point did the video stutter. Like, everything went out really smoothly in all the many, many places. Oh, and we were doing 2 different videos through the vMix that I could switch to. It's wild.
That's
this
impressive.
Technology. Yeah. Can you please? There you go.
I was
Why
waiting.
is your image flipped? See the joystick on the right. It's left in yours.
Yeah. That's for shooting. You can see the trigger.
No, look. He has pedals. See him on the bottom?
Yeah, I see the pedals on this one.
Okay. There is no steering wheel.
Is that what the pedals
The lever is on the right. The lever is on the right. They have a lever on the right. You see it? Or you're
Yeah, I see it.
left.
No, I see it. I see it right there.
Yeah, that's the lever.
That's the
That
go
little thing
high
next
or
to-
low. And then the
Yeah.
pedals are to steer. Like, if you want to go
Yeah.
right, you hit the pedal and it goes. And that's for shooting.
Okay. I believe it does handle some shooting, but I think it does other shit.
No, but
Is it just for shooting?
what else would you need it for? If you have the pedals,
No,
you go left or right.
Dude, flying is way more complicated than what
Nah,
you.
nah,
They're still up and down.
Put me in a
They're
plane,
still
I'll
up and
fly
down.
it right now.
I really want to get this. I want to get a cool setup for flying and use my little cockpit for flying.
Press that.
Anyways, another thing that I started playing with yesterday, and is the Pulse 3D, I believe it's called. Sony's headphones. It came
3D
out with
audio.
Yeah, and man, I played. What's the game? Told you about it earlier. Astra. Holy shit! It sounds cool. When you start one of the levels, you walk down a corridor and like a bunch of like ships are flying by you, and it's like they're fucking flying by you. Like you can hear them behind you. It's like you're standing there and they're flying around you. You turn around and the audio moves the right way. It's wild. I haven't tried the microphone. I don't know how it compares to the A50s. I'll find that out. I'm hopefully tonight.
Probably
We'll
not
play some of that Fortnite.
Great, though.
Yeah, but like,
I mean, the audio is the important
that's
thing.
not an experience. That's not an experience that I'm gonna have to like deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to have to listen to my shitty microphone.
I'm pretty sure that Fortnite supports 3D audio, but I could be wrong.
Well, that's what's tricky, and we'll talk about it when we actually start talking some tech in the news. That's what's tricky about things like Sony trying to do 3D audio. It's having it catch. Because is this going to be something that actually catches? And obviously, I haven't been able to experience it yet. But is it something that catches and will be supported, or is it something that will be slightly supported by Sony for a little bit and then it will just peter out and die? You know?
I mean, if things find their niche market and they have products like the PlayStation 5 or these headphones that work with 3D audio, hopefully, it's the kind of thing that'll take off.
Yeah.
'Cause it sounds really cool. Like, I wish I could be hearing you in 3D right now, but
Nobody wants that.
nobody
Nobody wishes
boring
that.
2D. I once played with that at when we were doing, I don't know, I think it was Kind of Funny podcast. I switched everyone's audio levels so they were spatially oriented. And I know that like that obviously doesn't work in the same way as 3D audio where you're moving around, it's moving with
It's
you.
still weird,
But
though.
like, yeah, and like Nick being on your left side. Is that where he sat? No, Nick was on the right. Wow, it's been a long time since we sat at the desk. Nick is on the right, Tim's on the left side. And I threw their volumes over all the way to the right, to the left. Greg and Andy, I put a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. People did not like it. A lot of people without headphones were like, I don't notice a difference.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you still would. They just have bad ears.
Well, I'm saying music and movies and games is all really cool, but I feel like we've seen this so many times with so many things where it's like, if people don't buy it, it's not going to stick around. Yeah, there could be a niche for it. But.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I don't know if it's incorporated well. Like, I mean, how many people use Tidal's high-res stuff? You know, I guarantee you it's a fraction of what, like, the overall Tidal usage is, and they still have it, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
it's premium cost, too.
Well, and that's, like, the Tidal's thing, though. That's what they set out was for the high-res, whereas Sony is, like, a multi-million-dollar
But they
company.
offer not high-res version, you know what I mean? They offer a lo-fi version and a hi-fi version.
Gotta get that money.
Sure. But what's what I'm saying, like, because it's a dedicated service that doesn't necessarily succeed for the singular purpose that was created. Not singular, but you know, the biggest purpose that it was created, and it's still around. So I could see something like 3D audio surviving, even though it's like only adopted by a small portion of like communities.
Very small.
Like gamers that like, you know, maxing their stuff out. But yeah, it's very comfortable. I could see myself being able to wear it for hours without having ear pain, so that's cool. Also, obviously, it looks fucking cool. It matches the stupid PS5 design, but like they all look cool together. Cool. So no, it doesn't. It looks fucking dumb. You know, it looks dumb.
Well, the way you have
None
it,
of the
I wouldn't choose to have it on my thing like how you have it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you make a lot of stupid decisions. Like, look at your set. It looks terrible. But hey, man, you get those dope lights set up. They look bad. They look bad.
I know. I gotta
get a piece of paper taped up there.
I gotta get more of the sticky stuff to redesign them.
The little 3M strips.
Yeah, but they're like little special ones, like square ones. Anyway, I mean, I just felt like you could have taken into account when you built the media stand that you could have it upright to where
10 years ago? I built the media stand 7 years ago, I think.
I mean, that's just a foresight on your part. It's good, man.
7 years ago.
You know what I mean? We all make mistakes.
Do you remember when I built it? I originally had a 42-inch monitor, but I built it with a 65-inch monitor in mind. And now I have that 65-inch monitor, and it fucking works.
Yeah.
I have some design aspects.
Because eventually you're going to want a 75.
No. 65 is enough for my living room.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Maybe if I have like a theater room someday, I'll get a 110-inch screen. That's really the sweet spot, you know?
65 is the sweet spot.
120. Yeah, 65, and then you double it, 120. It's not quite double. It's a little less, but that's fine. That's close enough. A 10-foot screen is big enough, you know? No, you see where I have this? There's a little Captain America stand right there that my finger's touching?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I could put the PlayStation right there, but it's fucking dumb looking. It's not something I want to have out in the open. It's nothing I'm proud of owning.
No, it's. I think. Anyway, we talked about this ad nauseum.
Look,
I think while we're focusing,
while we're focusing here, I'm gonna give a little attention to this guy right here. Another thing that I'm gonna try out next week. It's the Marantz SR 6015. There's really the no features of it that I'm going to be able to enjoy because I don't have a 120 hertz TV. But it's 120 hertz compatible in 8K. It's one of those future-proof things. So
yeah, I'm sure you're going to get another TV, you know, next
It won't be
years.
8K, though.
No, but we'll definitely utilize the
the 120 hertz. Yeah. But, I mean, that's another one of those things of, like, how often am I playing at something in 120 hertz? When am I going to play Call of Duty?
Good.
I'm not going to.
I mean, why not?
You could make your set look cool. You know?
I could, and I'm working on it. You know what I mean? It's all in progress.
Seems like you're regressing. I liked your first set. And step back every day.
Yeah,
every show.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe next week. Will it be a step forward or a step back? We'll find out. I don't know. Let's talk some tech. Let's knock out some of these news stories.
done.
Here. Oh, what else? What else you been?
I also got a little Asteroid arcade from our friends at New Wave Toys.
Yes, but you're a very big
dope.
fan.
I'm a huge fan of. And, I mean, they don't know this, but I love asteroids. So I'm going to be spending some time with my fingers, you know what I mean? Get in there.
Asteroids, no centipede. You know what I mean?
What?
So the asteroids is no centipede.
You know I have Centipede, right?
Centipede's
The
awesome.
first one they ever sent. Huh?
Centipede's the GOAT.
Centipede is really good, especially once you learn how to actually play it. It's very interesting. And having it at home lets you do that.
Did you ever play the PS1 version of Centipede with the little people you got to pick up?
No. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What was that game called? Something at the end of the world?
No, Centipede.
It wasn't called Centipede.
It was.
Oh, I didn't play it then.
Well, the best version of Centipede, I'd say.
I was thinking PS3.
No.
I was way off of what I was thinking.
A couple generations old. All right, Kevin, you got anything else to talk about in terms of what you've been playing with? Been playing with a lot.
I mean, you know for a fact I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have more stuff to talk about next week, so that's exciting. The stuff that I mentioned, the SR60, 15, and...
Yeah, I really haven't been playing
More
with
headphones, I
a
guess.
bunch. A lot of the same
didn't ask.
stuff. This one.
I'm just kidding.
This Centipede PS1.
No.
As it loads.
No,
I don't know why I'm having loading problems.
Wait, go back.
This one right
Yeah,
here.
your internet's all fucked up. No, I never played it.
This one is the best version of Centipede ever.
I have the one with the little mouse, you know, where the ball that you track in the middle.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
Kevin.
Yeah.
CES is not quite here at
Next
the time of this
week.
recording. It's next week. But we are getting some trickle out news and announcements already, especially in the home theater department. This is going to be a home theater heavy news week because we're just starting to see, honestly, it's not a ton of detail to bite down onto. But the first to announce was LG with their 8K QNED TVs. I hate this naming.
It's a lot of letters they're throwing out there now, you know what I mean?
8K QNED for its lineup in 2021. Basically, all the manufacturers, which we'll talk about later, but LG was the first one to announce they're moving over to the micro LED, which, frankly, I'm impressed with TCL's turnaround. They're the first one to have a micro LED TV on the market.
Is it available now?
The TCL?
Yeah.
It's been available since last year. 2019. Which is super impressive. But LG's doing QNED TVs, which is, I imagine, quantum dot nano LED TVs. I don't understand why they can't come up with a better name for this. But new line with mini LED tech branded QNED. Where's the N come from?
Nano.
No, but it's
Quantum
mini LEDs.
Nano.
Oh yeah, quantum nano. You're right.
What's the E? Because light
Emitting
diodes.
Nano.
So quantum nano emitting diode.
There's
You know
some
what I
real.
mean? You need to.
So it looks like they're sticking with their nanocell color technology, but they're moving over to the mini LED technology. They'll offer it in both edgelit or full array, as you've seen in every LED lineup.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Quantum nanocell emitting diode. Still feel like light should be in there. You know?
Wait, I don't understand though, because nanocell is a color filter and then quantum dot's a color. So they have two color filters in there that are complete opposites of each other.
quantum nanocell emitting diode is what it says, sir.
I know, but that's what I'm saying is it makes no sense. See, now I'm interested. Now I want to see the details on this because nanocell and QLED are like completely different color filters. One goes super bright and vibrant, and one goes like a darker, more natural color.
There's also an L in QLED. Why is there no L in here?
The N. They had
like it
N.
emits emitting diode. It emits nano cells. What does it emit? You know what I mean?
Well, you know why they did that, right? Samsung owns the QLED technology. They bought up all the plants that do QLED. So they don't want to pay for the QLED branding. So they decided to throw an N in there. Which makes no sense. Have you seen a mini LED TV?
No.
They're impressive.
You refuse to show them to me.
And it's going to max out at an 86 version for LGs. You can see it on their virtual booth in CES in this upcoming Monday. If you want to check that out. 30,000 LED backlights and nearly 2,500 local dimming zones. It's quite a lot.
How thin are these panels?
They're still they're not LED. Or OLED.
OLED.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. But like do you still favor OLEDs in this situation? What looks better to your eye?
OLEDs still look better, but I do think mini and micro LED technologies are the future. Micro LED especially. Mini LED is a good way if you don't want to shell out the money for OLEDs. It's a good, I mean, the TCL one is like $700 for a 65 inch. Which it's like, if you're on a budget and you're looking for...
Yeah, but doesn't TCL have like a really cheap OLED as well?
No, that's Vizio. And it's not really cheap.
Oh, you're right. How much is it?
I think it's 17,
55, like
15 on
really?
Sale. Yeah.
I thought the 55 was like...
55.
Isn't the 55 like 1,000?
55 is like
But I guess I see what you're saying. Yeah, all right. I see what you're saying.
But that's only $300 less than, a BX from LG.
Sure.
They did go on crazy sale on Black Friday for like a day.
Yeah?
It was like $700 for a 55 inch Vizio OLED.
That's crazy.
We're getting there. But the point is, Samsung also announced that they are going to be doing the mini LED technology in their sets with the QLED. This gets so convoluted in the weeds. But essentially, I added these because, again, we're right before CES because I'm an idiot and I can't read dates.
Yeah.
But that's the next wave of LED technology is the mini LED. And I do think it does a really good comparable job to OLED. Obviously, I still think OLED edges them out. But if you're... The appeal of LED is cheaper. It's cheaper. That's the point.
Sure. But I feel like it's a different crowd, you know?
I mean, you can still care about quality and, be a little price conscious.
Sure. But like when you're talking about it cheaper, the high end stuff is probably like what? Like between $1,000 difference probably?
That's $1,000, Kevin.
Sure. No, and I understand.
Yeah.
But maybe wait 6 months.
It's true. Or
save up a little bit more of them coppers.
What if you could, and that's where it comes down to like if you like really care, but if the difference isn't significant, I don't think it's significant. Like where it's like $1,000
between a mini mini LCD and an OLED.
The biggest difference is that you at some angles you can see that glow, that LED glow. That's it. But again, as time goes on, that's going to get narrower.
Sure. I still think that my TV is like, it's probably the only purchase that like I catch myself like literally being like, oh shit, this is the coolest thing I've bought.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes I'm watching a movie and it's like, this shit looks unreally beautiful. You know, unreal.
Unreally.
Yeah.
No.
I'm tired, man. It's been a long, long week.
100%. And obviously there's going to be more updates coming, but you can use Google Duo, and now they're bringing, when Samsung did the camera option for their TVs? They had like the TVs with cameras in them in like 2008, 2009, and everybody hated it.
Yeah. Didn't they also get in a lot of trouble because they like, wasn't it discovered that like, oh, they don't turn off?
Yeah. Yeah. Those cameras. They're bringing them back.
Yeah.
With the optional this time camera accessory for Google Duo. And a multi-view, which lets you watch up to 4 different inputs at once with the Samsung
here's the
mini
thing.
LEDs.
If you don't want to worry about that, you can go with the new Chromecast, because one of the features that it has, right? The Chromecast with Android TV is you can plug in a USB hub to it, and from there you can add cameras and they will work for Duo. I believe is the case.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got an older TV, but if you're upgrading, might as well have it built right in.
Maybe
but
don't
again,
buy
who's
the one
using
with
that?
built for.
No, it's not built in. It's optional.
No one.
It's an additional accessory that you can buy now. They took it off the TV.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do you watch? Sorry, quick, just to interject for a second.
No, absolutely.
With a little tangent, a little side thing, Do you watch the majority of your streaming services through the TV app, or do you use a device?
Through the TV app. Almost always. Why? What data are you gathering here?
No, it's just one of those things where it's like, I used to be like that, and then I got the Chromecast, and it's like, I did side-by-side comparison, and I was like, this looks the same.
Yeah, it looks the same. So why use an external?
So why? Because it's more easily accessible. I can sit there, use my phone, hit flick, instead of looking for the remote, getting the app.
It's such a minor thing.
Blading through stuff. I understand, but that's the world we live in, where these minor things are where the decisions are being made.
That's the thing. I love LG's interface.
Oh.
Their OS is seriously one of the best OSs on the market.
Yeah, like Web OS 9 on. Because 8 sucks. I don't like 8 anywhere near as much as 9.
No, but the Magic Remote really works really, really well.
It works really great. It's fantastic. But you know what I'm saying? WebOS, the version you have, because you've got a Series 9, right?
Yours is almost identical to mine.
It's different.
There's
a lot of difference.
No, slight
when you open up the
difference.
menu, you can see little previews of stuff that's on Netflix and whatnot.
So slight.
What were you not listening of the previous thing that I just said?
No,
These we live in a world of margins, tiny little decisions. What do I want to see a preview when I open up WebOS? Yes.
Well,
also my TV doesn't go on the internet. Remember, I'm having all those issues with that.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Like, I have to have it hardwired in via Ethernet, and I only have so many Ethernet ports down there. I don't want to buy another Ethernet splitter.
Well, it sounds like, I mean, you could have your TV completely go out on you like flowers. You know? It sounds like you should just be grateful for what you have.
Yeah, it's a good thing that everyone is smart and they get the protection plan. Oh, I'm sorry. Flowers didn't get the protection plan? He works there.
Oh, I love it. No, so LG's WebOS 6.0 smart TVs have a new UI, NFC equipped remote, which I think is so stupid. 7 years after introducing WebOS, they're updating the WebOS pretty significantly with their new TVs. But that doesn't go backwards. No, well,
I'm not gonna get a new WebOS.
They could, but that never.
But they're not going to because they didn't. Yeah, they didn't last time.
Yeah, that almost never happens.
So that's cool.
With the new look and feel for 2021, 4K and 8K TVs, the old Blade lineup of apps is gone with a more modern tile-based layout. LG Home Entertainment President Park Hung calls this the most significant update since it first introduced WebOS in 2014. This year's edition of the Magic Remote is a bit more standard than some of the previous versions, but it also includes an NFC chip for the first time, which allows users to share content from phone to TV and back simply by tapping it.
The remote looks cool. It looks like a slight iteration of the last remote.
Yeah.
What is the NFC equipped aspect of it?
Like you can tap, you know what you're saying with like, oh, it's super easy to blade through, your phone and just kind of flick it up there. Well, LG's like, hey, let's make this like way more complicated. And you tap your phone to the remote and then it like puts it onto the TV.
That's pretty cool.
That's
pretty cool.
But that's inconvenient.
Do you think they're going to have one app? What?
One app for what? So this is what they're talking about with the tiles. Looks more like Android TV.
Yeah.
I
don't like it. But I like the remote. It's cute. I hate the designated buttons. What do we got there? Can you zoom in a little bit more? We got Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney Plus, Google, Alexa, and then what's the missing one?
LG channels. It says LG channels.
Oh. So are they doing some Samsung like TV stuff?
They have it.
You know what I'm talking about?
They have it on their TVs. It's terrible. It's
some
like
of them, it would seem.
The young It's like YouTube stuff that's like then rebroadcast.
No, I know. Blessing talks about them all the time on the Samsung TVs.
So terrible.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things that's like, why can't you just update my TV? You know? You really can't. Like, this doesn't, come on, this is not going to be too much processing that my C8 can't handle it, but they just don't update old TVs. They act like they're not connected to the internet. You know?
You don't have NFC
They
chip.
are.
You know?
There are other aspects. Like, we could ignore that part.
You know who does do that, though? Sony.
Really?
Yeah, Sony does do the significant updates on UI because it's completely Android.
Yeah, Wait, what? Sony's TV are all Androids?
Mm-hmm. Android TVs.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. I thought that's something they gave up on a long time ago. Remember when the Android TV came out?
Yeah.
Coolest fucking controller ever.
That's the one with the keyboard. Right? Oh,
yeah.
Terrible.
I love that controller.
That's one of my favorite things is obscure TV tech on like shit that's like died out or gone bad or they tried, especially when smart TVs started becoming a thing.
Dude.
It was like the renaissance of smartphones where it's like, fucking check out this juke and it's like, or the chocolate and it's like this stupid thin phone that like flips up. That's what the beginning of smart TVs remind me of.
Do you remember, what's the brand? Oh, Logitech. Logitech had a universal remote that was a rectangle. You don't remember this?
No.
It was so cool. It had a little LED screen on it. It was so cool and terrible.
It was I remember this. It was a Harmony.
A Harmony, yeah.
With a screen, and it worked terribly.
Yeah, terribly. But it looks so cool, and it's interesting that they dialed back. Logitech owns Harmony, right?
Yeah.
Like Harmony's a sub brand. Was it its own thing at one point?
No, it's Logitech Harmony. It's labeled Logitech.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a picture of this. I remember this.
I'm also looking for it. It's funny that like there's been no cool like progression with the Harmony remotes. They've very much been like, okay, those don't work. Let's go backwards. Let's keep it looking like a remote with a like small screen on the top. Right? There's been nothing new.
What's that brand called?
Yeah. If it's called Logitech Harmony 1000 touchscreen.
There is a brand. 7 Hugs.
1100. 7 Hugs.
7 Hugs. Here, let me pull this up real quick. 7 Hugs remote is basically what you wanted that to be. It's a really cool remote. Basically, it's like a Harry Potter wand where you can then, like, if you point to your TV.
You're showing a lot. You're showing your screen and stuff. Everyone can see OBS.
I hate it. Dude, this one's a 2-monitor thing. It's so infuriating.
Get a third monitor, my dude.
I didn't think it looked that cool, though, to be honest.
So Tim's friend Alfredo had one, and I thought it was the fucking coolest thing in the world. He also had the Panasonic Plasma 65-inch. Like, what was it? Like the first good one that they had, and it was just phenomenal.
It's yeah no the so the have you seen you haven't seen the Seven Hugs one, but
I'm looking at it now. It's like looks like a little like you know what it looks like? The Nest Hello, like the doorbell. Someone just ripped it off and walking around with it.
dude you could
See, I wanted like a full keyboard, and I know that's dumb. How often am I typing shit in? But like every once in a while, I'm like typing your fucking account information. It's like, all right, K, E, you know.
well what's cool about this one is it kind of has like that magic remote
Weird motion shit.
like, yeah.
So this is the one that like seems like bullshit, right? Where you're like, okay, aim it at your fucking microwave and it'll stop your microwave.
well,
right?
Though if it's a smart microwave, so basically what it is there's like these boxes that you put around your room. Like you just need 2 of them, and then you can sync up your devices to those boxes. So you can point it to the lights, particular lights, and turn on particular lights, or turn on
You sold me on
a
this shit, you
TV.
piece of fuck.
But what's cool is you don't have to go through like a menu. Like
No, I get it.
going
and it
TV,
sounds really
this,
cool.
that. You just point it at your TV, and it will know you're pointing at the TV, and you go on this volume.
But like, here's the thing: do you have to try to separate stuff, Hella, or can you just be like, oh, if I point bottom left of my like entertainment console, that'll be the Philip Hughes sync box control.
That's what they claim.
area.
Look at that. That's what they claim. I'm not entirely sure in practice.
How much is this piece of shit?
It's expensive. It's like $300.
Oh my god!
Yeah. It's so cool though, man. It's such a cool piece, like a TV tech, where and not just
really
TV.
is.
It
Well,
lights
you have a home.
everything.
It's home automation tech,
Yeah.
and it's like for someone whose home is fully automated.
Look how happy they are. You know what I mean? Look how happy they were dancing around.
No, yeah, I saw them. Phillips Hughes. Pause that screen right there. Okay, or don't.
I got
Or
you.
don't. I just wanted to look at what it was showing off. Google Home is in there.
Yeah, Google, I believe. Actually, no, Google. It's interesting.
See, that'd be problematic.
But
But I guess what I wanted to unlock my
was
fucking
this
doors.
this was a
Turn
year
up the
ago.
temperature.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
No, I mean I would. No, there's no way that like there's certain features that like require like authorization, like opening your garage and unlocking doors. You need to use like a fingerprint scanner to like identify yourself.
Imagine this. The next iteration, they have a fingerprint scanner on the back.
Fucking, why didn't they just put in this one? You know what I mean? This is the one that I want to buy now.
But no, you could like
I hate you. You didn't have to tell me about this.
turn up and down your like temperature. You just point it, and then you can turn down the temp.
Well, I imagine you point it, and then it becomes a little thermometer. You just,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can turn it down.
you know what I mean?
Your lights, you can change the colors right there just by pointing on them. Each
I
individual
mean,
one.
even just being like, sometimes I'm watching a movie, and I have this is a problem that I'm having that hopefully this receiver fixes. When I turn it on, it doesn't automatically turn on the Hue sync lights, which is such a first world problem, you know?
Yeah.
But it's frustrating. And oh yeah, 350 and fucking 400 for the X version. What's the difference?
More sensors, I would assume. Maybe it has a camera on it. I hate the camera shit. A 2 megapixel camera on the front for video chatting.
So I hate how much I would like it to just be like, all right, I start my movie. I'm gonna point at the bottom left corner to start the Hue sync box. That sort of like would it make my life better? Yes. Is it $400 worth like better?
Dude, it's like a magic. It's a
I don't think so.
It's a Harry Potter magic wand for tech, dude. You just boom, boom, boom.
I didn't finish saying what I was saying, but so yeah, I have my overhead lights. So like right now, all my lights in the living room are on. I don't usually turn them off when I go to watch a movie because if everything works correctly, the Hue sync box will take over and the lights behind the TV will adjust accordingly. But yeah, the 2 lights up top, I'm constantly being like, oh, let me get my app and turn them off. So if I could just aim up and turn them off. I feel like that'd be really cool.
Yeah. I
That'd
mean,
be really
again,
cool.
I don't know on practicality how well this works, but it's
Sure.
a fucking awesome idea. And it reminded me because we were talking about the Logitech 1000. Harmony 1000. Never forget. But yeah.
So what started the whole conversation was the Google TV remote with the thing and the keyboard.
Yeah.
I just want that. If they could make that have a baby with this, I just like keyboards, you know?
I know, but you can hook up
Make it
a keyboard to your
backlit.
TV.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I could do that. But I'd look like an idiot.
Sure, but I mean, with this big blocky thing walking around, this is my remote, change the channel.
No one changes their channel that way anymore. You just yell at the TV and it does it for you.
That's a good point. I don't know. I feel like the Magic Remote, it's super simple to type stuff in on it, like fast. It's not like you're,
Look, I'm not disagreeing with
around.
you. I'm not disagreeing with you. But like I was telling you before we started the show, if you have a authenticator app for when you're logging into whatever. Let's say I want to log into Twitch on my TV, and I'm doing that. And now suddenly I have a code that I have like 10 seconds to get into this thing, and I'm standing there being like, no, I meant to hit the 4. Where's the back button? You know what I mean? I panic.
Well, and you don't even use the Harmony remote like that because you use the Android TV, the Google Chromecast. So it's like you don't even have the functionality. Whereas, like to me, it's super easy to enter that stuff. Just
Sure.
You got your Google going off in the background.
Yeah, as a reminder, it's 8:30.
Speaking of cool TV technology, Samsung's latest experiment includes a phone app to calibrate your TV. Samsung is once again revealing C-Lab experiments at CES, and this year they reflect the stay-at-home reality of the pandemic. The company has unveiled an in-house projects that include EasyCal, a mobile app that automatically calibrates your TV's picture quality. You don't need an expert or a dedicated tool to optimize the screen for movie night. So in other words, you can... I don't know how it works. That's why I'm interested to see if they show this off. Do you hold your camera up to the TV? Because I don't feel like that'd work very well.
So what I bet you it's going to be is like, this app works perfectly, but it only works with this particular phone, or at least this line of phones that all use this sensor that we've got calibrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like every camera has a different, well, not every camera, but like your phone, it's like you're using a Pixel, but it's a different sensor than the one that I have, my Pixel phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they interpret colors differently. So like, and then that's even more different for the dude that has the iPhone or the dude that has the Samsung phone. So there's no way one app can handle everything unless they've gone in there and like calibrated each camera.
Each color profile, yeah.
But yeah, I sincerely doubt it. That seems like a lot of work. I think it'll be a lot easier to be like, hey, if you have this Samsung TV and this Ultra 30, you can do it. And it's like, all right. So that's like $4,000 I have to spend.
Yeah. Or it's like I have to use a Samsung phone and a Samsung TV. That seems like downsides all around.
Right?
I don't think it's worth. I'll just pay somebody whatever it is, $200 or $50 to come out and calibrate. Or you could do it somewhat hand calibrate. It's not 100%.
There's articles. Google your phone, find something, and then get in there and dial it in. Just make it for how you like. A little cool, a little warm. You decide.
And then our last piece of news of the day. Actually, second to last. The last one really is going to be like 2 seconds. Sony will debate its own 360 reality audio speakers this spring. We were talking about this at the top of the show. Basically, first of all, these things look wacky. But Sony is going to be coming out with their own 360 reality audio hardware, as well as investing in more of the 360 audio features.
It's a wacky looking
Yeah,
speaker.
I'll pull it up in a second. I hate having the 2 monitor thing. I can't just pull it up.
Oh my god.
But essentially coming out this spring and starting right now as well, they're investing more and more to the 360-degree audio that we were talking about at the top of the show. And hold on, I lost my spot. Yeah, I mean, but that's really it. They're promising that they're going to have more partnerships. Right now, there's only 1,000 360-degree audio songs available for you to listen to. And there will be more. It is on most of the major platforms, though. You would need... I'm trying to find it.
Now, Cheeks, you're a smart boy. Does that 3D audio work with these 3D headphones?
Yeah. This is the same technology. And technically, like the Astro A50s have them, like they brand them as them, but no.
It
Like,
definitely sounded different than the Astros.
No, I know, but
I love the Astros. They're great headphones, but this sounded different.
Yeah, no,
it sounded different.
100%. And that's what's weird about the whole thing. But I mean, you can get it on Tidal 360 audio. You can get it on Amazon Music, Spotify.
How do I do this? I just Google 360 audio.
Yeah, and then you can try them out on that. On the PS5, I think you can do it as well. But this is what this thing looks like. It looks fucking weird.
You haven't pulled it up.
No, I know.
There it is.
There's a delay.
That's interesting. You know?
Kind of looks like that sex toy we were talking about a couple shows ago.
The one that vibrates the tip of your cock till you come?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
What was I looking for?
This thing doesn't look great. But that's just another thing.
Where? How does that work? Also, like this. Go back up. That's not the same device, right?
No, it's a different speaker.
Okay.
Prototype 360 reality audio speaker. CES 2020.
I don't like the image is flipped. It makes me uncomfortable.
But this is the one that they're going to be. This is another prototype. Interesting.
So how do these work? You put them in the middle of your room, and there you go.
Yeah, and that's the thing with getting away from headphones. I don't know how spatial you can make your sound, especially coming out of something.
Well, I guess
that looks like a cock
what you would
vibrator.
probably do. What you probably do, Jesus Christ, is set it up and then have it calibrate to the room. These things are all smart now.
I know, but I'm saying like how well is that going to work? Whereas like headphones, you have a more personalized.
How well does the fake surround sound work off of the TV?
Not good.
There you go.
So that's what I'm saying.
The headphones will work though. So use the headphones.
Sure.
7 hugs.
But we will be seeing this come out. And you can also use the Amazon's Echo Studio will also have the 360-degree audio. Amazon Music, Tidal, or Deezer, which I've never heard of before in my life.
Sure.
Are the platforms that
you're
get
showing your show.
Yeah, I know.
Right. But it's flipped. Why do you flip it?
I have to unflip that. Kevin, just... We haven't done the show
Go in there,
while.
right click, flip horizontal. It's so easy.
Yeah, I know.
All right, doesn't
She's
feel
so
like it.
much.
I don't like you either. You and your flip screen.
And then our last piece of news of the day. Samsung will reveal its next flagship smartphones on January 14th.
Great.
I don't care. I'm so over
one
the
does.
smartphone market right now.
Hey man, maybe they'll come out with a new Fold, and this time they'll make the OS not suck.
That's not gonna happen. I don't believe it.
I know. Isn't that upsetting? Like the Fold is such a cool phone, but like I wouldn't want to mess with that OS.
Dude, it's amazing how, like, again, I still prefer iOS, but like with my Pixel, it's seriously night and day.
And I told you, and you were like, "Oh, I don't think so. It's the same. I bet it's the same." That's what you said.
I just like talking shit. But It really is night and day from what the fuck whatever was Android Oreo was on the Fold. Like, it's crazy. So that has turned me off completely from ever buying a Samsung phone ever in my life.
Yeah.
Ever. Because I can't imagine the new ones have that. It's that much different.
No, why would it be? Oh, title.
But who knows? With the niche stuff too, you always get the end of the stick on software, like on new hardware.
Yeah. And it sucks because it's like I really want one of these cool folding phones that we're seeing everywhere all of a sudden. Remember that one phone that I sent you? Was the phone that like slid out?
Yes.
Oppo makes it, and it looked really cool. But it's like, well, I don't know what the hell Oppo's software looks like, but it's
They'll be running on some Huawei software.
I need stock stuff.
Yeah, or just I don't know. And I made fun of you for saying, "Oh, if Google made one, I'd get one." I get it now because they're the only one that does software. Because again, I'm outside. I'm in the Apple ecosystem before this, so it's like I didn't understand what a difference each of the Android operating systems are and how different they are.
And what's crazy is when this all started, Samsung had really cool things that they implemented and had like that Android stole from them. Not stole, but like imitated because it worked. I can't remember any of them now because I'm talking a long time ago. Oh, there it is.
Ah, so cool, dude.
That's really cool.
Oh, it's so cool, man. It's impressive to watch in action.
I don't like that she like tickled the side of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give it a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, little. That's really cool though.
Makes it slide out. It's so thick though.
I don't even know what we're seeing right now. It was the dude just
box.
opening a box?
Yeah.
Why do you open it so slowly?
It is the review. Wow. But no, it is obscenely thick though. The Oppo phone, the rollable.
I mean, is it obscenely thick or it's
just
look
at it.
Thicker?
No, look at it. I feel like that's thicker than the Fold when it's closed.
I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to gauge, but fuck, that's cool.
Yeah, dude, it's really cool.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about these Samsung announcements. Cool. Like, what's Google's next phone? Because,
they announced it, the Pixel 5.
Do you think that? Huh?
So they announced it this last year, Pixel 5. It's so great. Yeah. Huge, significant jump. Phone. I had so many people tell me to get the 4A. So many people.
So much cheaper. It's so much cheaper. It's small, but it's $300, right? Is that right?
And it's a bigger phone, I believe.
What do you mean?
The 4A. I think your screen's bigger than mine.
Oh, you're talking about the 4A XL or the 4A 5G.
Yeah, that one.
Right, why didn't they just call it 4A XL? Instead, they went with 5G, and I understand. They're trying to be like, hey, this has, it connects to 5G network. It's going to be faster, and that's more sellable. But it's just one of those things, it's like, you're fucking up your naming structure, you pricks.
No, they're not great at that, nor have they ever been. Nor has any company ever been.
Stop. They were pretty good about it until this generation of phones.
Yeah, 100%. But on their other shit. Google Plus.
I mean, that's too vague.
That's too vague. That's not even a. How do you even know it's a social media site?
What?
Google Plus.
Google Plus. Yeah, I mean it failed.
God, remember.
But also, the people making Google Plus weren't talking to the people making phones. Google phones.
I know. I'm just saying the companies are bad at naming
teams,
and it's not even a Google thing at this point. It's just companies are terrible at naming things.
No, again, Google was like one of the companies that did not fuck this up for so long. And then they had to fuck it up with the stupid year of terribleness.
It was a bad
Do you
year.
think we ever get a true flagship Google phone? Like ultra high tier? The highest tiers?
I think their Pixel line would have to sell like a significant portion of the smartphone market for them to be able to double down on that. Like they're gonna have to break like into like Samsung, not Samsung numbers, but
I feel like the 3XL was pretty high end when it came out.
yeah, when it came out, 100%.
Right.
But like it wasn't like
the 4 wasn't super high end. It was high end, and it like right because it brought in a bunch of features for like face scanning and shit that they ended up pulling back on. So yeah, the 4 was high end. It was just very, very poorly received. And then the 5 came out, and it doesn't have the latest Snapdragon or whatever the fuck it's called. So it's not the fastest phone, and a bunch of the features kind of like because it's is it metal or plastic? It's plastic, right?
what?
Your phone's plastic?
Yeah,
Your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's not even premium materials. So and it came out at a lower price range, right? We're talking about $700, right?
Yeah, $700. Not a bad, and honestly, not a bad phone for that price.
Right, but that's middle tier price, and it more or less has middle tier components, except with the exception of the camera software. That's fucking phenomenal. What?
Yeah, it's like a plastic. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at it.
Yeah, it's a thicker plastic, right?
Yeah, it's not metal.
Because
That's for sure.
Apple's the one that did the metal that has this. That it still can charge even though it's metal.
Correct.
Or
No, it's yes, correct. You're right. I think it's still glass back though.
I
You're
don't
talking
think
about
so.
the 11?
No, the 12.
That's
It's a metal back. Actually, the Pixel 5 might be metal.
No, I know.
Coated in some like crazy plastic shit that's supposed to like be more durable. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it is metal. But it's coated in this weird plastic that's supposed to be more like
Does
like-
not feel metal at all.
yeah, that's the weird thing because again, it's coated in weird plastic stuff that makes it more like easier to grip.
First of all, it's not easy to grip. These things are slippery as fuck if you don't put a case on them.
Oh my god, you think that's slippery? You need to grab a Pixel 3 XL. Oh my god, they are the slipperiest fucking phones ever.
Dude, I had this without a case for like the first month, and I was like, this is not gonna end well.
Yeah, this one's not bad. God, it looks so pretty without its case, you know? I hate the case.
It looks cheap.
You're an asshole.
No, I'm just
cheap.
saying. I'm being 100%. It looks cheap,
This one?
but the performance is not cheap. All
Yeah.
the Pixel phones.
I mean, anyways, I hope we see a high-end Pixel phone next year, and I hope it folds.
yeah,
it won't.
It would be cool to see them do experimental shit.
But they won't, because you know what I mean? Like, those don't sell. Like, your phone is successful because of its price. Nothing else.
I wouldn't even say successful though. Like,
You're not seeing them fly off the shelves?
I mean, how much of the smartphone market does like Google really have? Probably
I mean,
a hard guess, 5%.
I'd say that's probably accurate. But here's the thing: like, how much does it need? It doesn't care about that. It cares about the software market.
Sure,
Like,
but you're selling
The
hardware.
money isn't.
You can't go
Well,
to
yeah, but
a
they sell-
boardroom and be like, "Hey guys, we don't give a fuck about hardware, even though we're making hardware. We're a software company." Like, there's a reason that they're selling hardware. It's to sell and make money.
They saw an avenue where they can make money, and I'm sure they're making. They're
They're not Sony.
Pixel 5. You're mean. Pixel 5, like, I'm sure sold better than 4. And I think 4A sold really, really well.
Sure, I mean, I like I said, I really well. Sure, but it's 5% of the market. You know.
Yeah, but like you have to realize how big those numbers are, and also a big chunk of that market is like cheap phones, like very, very cheap phones.
iPhone and Samsung.
No, No, I'm talking like I'm talking about like Samsung super cheap phones, like $200 phones.
Right here, I got
You
this
know what I
list
mean?
pulled up. Yeah, so you got Huawei at number 2 with 20%. And
It's impressive.
then Samsung at 19.5 at number 1.
Wait, what? Those numbers don't make sense.
And 2020 quarter 2 I'm looking at.
Look up 2020. 2020. I guess we don't have. Look up 2019 because we don't have all of 2020's numbers yet. Because a lot of people haven't ended the last quarter, right? Some companies are going to start their final quarter in March.
No, right here.
Or end their.
Worldwide? I'll say worldwide.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be worldwide, right?
Yeah, so Samsung's at the
Dominating.
top. Then we have here. I can switch this to. So I guess it's flipped.
Just right-click the source. Go to. What is it called?
No, I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
You don't have to think you know it. I can explain it to you. Right-click. Go to transform. Go to what is it? Flip horizontal. It's like the middle option. Oh Lord.
What?
No, yeah, you got it. There it is. Wow, it's just flip. There it is. Flip horizontal. Bam. Fixed it. Took 2 seconds.
Anyway, so we got Samsung
I'm
up
sorry.
here.
Hit F11 too.
Samsung up
There you
here.
go. Yeah.
So a pretty consistent 30%. Then we have Apple right here. A little bit of a dip, but at its highest, 28%. Then
God,
all the
it's
way
crazy.
down here at 10%, you have Huawei. And then you have how do you pronounce Xiaomi?
I have no idea how to pronounce it.
I've never
No
heard
clue.
of this company before either. Well, I've heard of them, but and then you have Oppo right down here at 4.65. I don't even think Google's listed here.
No, they're not listed there.
Okay, so the last one has Realme at 1.04% worldwide share.
But isn't it crazy that all of those? Wait, what'd you say was the Apple percentage? Around 24.
Highest 28.
So
Lowest 24.
72. Am I doing the math wrong? Yeah, 72% of those phones use Android. Well, that's not true, I guess, with Huawei now. But a good chunk of those, the majority of them use Android operating system.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, though, is that they're not just doing this to mess around. They sell hardware. It's to make money, clearly. And it's obviously if you have less than 1% of the market share, why would you dabble in doing some more premium stuff? Where Samsung all the way up here at 30%. They can afford to do that. Take those risks in that
You're
market.
right. You're right.
I was also going to, hold on.
I just don't think that they care, you know?
I am interested on what the United States market share is. So Google's on the board with the US
All right.
at
I bet it is.
2.41%. And then LG at number 3, surprisingly, at 5%.
Google outsells OnePlus with 7.2 million pixels. Oh, this is old as shit, though. This is in 2019.
But yeah, so I mean that's basically my point. Is just I don't think
They're not
it
going to
should go
experiment because
super
there's no
high.
money.
For them. I mean, unless they really break through, but I don't know. I feel like it's hard to compete with Apple and Samsung. But I do think this is a significantly better phone than what I had my experience with Samsung. We'll have to see. Well,
Dude.
Kevin, thank you for joining me on Tech Fever this week. I appreciate it. No problem. Anytime. Like you're a guest. You can follow Kevin over at Kinda Funny Kevin on Twitter. Stay up to date with everything he does. And you can watch the shows he does over at youtube.com/kindafunny. You can follow me at Cheeks_Junior on Twitter. You can keep it locked right here to youtube.com/play everything on all the work I do. Please rate, review, subscribe on podcast services. It really significantly helps us out. Greatly appreciate it if you did that. Right, Kevin?
What's up?
Until next time.
We have the fever.